Let me just say that the job that Buzz has done to play disruptive basketball, to take you out of almost everything you're trying to run, and then mold his team to, they'd won 7 in a row. And they were beating everybody. They beat a couple teams by 25. I'm proud of our guys. We're getting better. Another game, we shoot 40% and win. Took more threes in the first half than most of my teams take in a game, but I looked, they were all open. They were open. So you got to shoot it. So, you know, they are a great free throw shooting team. They're a great rebounding team. And again, in the second half, we rebounded the ball and, you know, had 12 turnovers, which is a couple of them were like, what in the world? But we're getting better. I mean, my team, I'm proud of them. Love CJ. Missed every shot in the first half, and I said, you better keep shooting them or I won't play you. Antonio was the most impactful player. How about Oscar? They doubled and triple teamed him, so he didn't get that many baskets, but he didn't care. He ended up getting 17 rebounds and only 7 points. His assists were hockey assists. In other words, he threw them out, that guy threw it to the next guy, and that guy made it. So, you know, it tells you a lot about the guys. But Antonio Reeves, just those 2 baskets late, you know, you need somebody to just go get a basket. And he did it. But give credit to A&M. They're a terrific basketball team. And, you know, so a couple questions. Yeah, it's midnight, so I'm not going to answer a whole lot.
Cal, after the Bellarmine game, you said that grit was the thing that was between Jacob becoming special. Just
getting better,
how close is he getting to that?
He's getting better. He's getting better. He's learning to mix it up. But see, grit is not just physical, I'm going to fight somebody. Grit is, I miss 2 baskets and it doesn't affect my defense. And I still rebound. I go 1 for 8, but I get 11 rebounds and I guard. That is grit. You know, and let me say this. What a great crowd. Great fans. We got the classiest fans. They're not rooting against the other team. They're cheering us on. We got to stay that way with every kid on my team. These are young people. And I would just ask you, if it were your son, how would you want him to be treated by a home fan? Any of our guys, it's your son. Now, how do you want him to be treated? I see these kids as my sons, and I get protective. But this group, they're for each other. I was putting a guy in, and he said, no, let them stay. They're playing well. I went back to them. They're doing good. And then I said, no, I got to make this move. But it shows you that we're coming together and they're about each other, and they're even calling their own plays, which you and I know every year I say they're starting to become empowered. They're being empowered, and they feel it, that this is their team. It's taken a long time to get there, but, you know, thank goodness we have time. Yeah.
Cal, it's 3rd straight game. You've kind of leaned into that 5-man group. I think today that group outscored them by a dozen in about 13 minutes. What do you like about that 5, and what challenge does it present the other team? Well,
the biggest thing is you got to guard all 5 guys. But there's another guy on the court that you've got to pay special attention to. The kid, what's his name, 34. So now all of a sudden you have everybody on the court. They can't really, and if they do, it's what happened. You're going to get threes. Now, again, everybody says, just shoot all threes. Well, what if you go 2 for 25? You'll be happy and say Cal did everything right. And I mean, we're a team that if you play us this way, we'll take the threes. If you're leaving people, we'll take them. But it's, you know, our game is we can shoot poorly and still win. If we're doing the gritty, the defense, the diving on the – we took charges today. Jacob took a charge. CJ took a charge. But they got to the rim. I mean, they ended up shooting 49% against us. and they make every free throw. If you foul them, you lose. Yes.
John, on a night where Oscar's in foul trouble and they kind of take him out of the game, how important is it for your group to have other guys step up and make shots in the clutch?
And you got to play different because he's not in there. I tried to put Chris Livingston at 4 when Jacob got hurt. Not fair. I haven't played him there. So now I'm out there, and I had to take him out because he says, I only know 2 things. Now you think about that. That's like putting a guy in a game, and he says, I really haven't played this position. But I didn't think we had a choice. But it's nice to see, you got guys, we got unbelievable leadership. Lance is an unbelievable leader. Maybe not playing a whole lot, but still leads. Still is a big piece of what's going on. Yes.
Cal, you said it's taken a long time to where they're starting to get empowered, but just 3 games ago was about as low as it could get with South Carolina. How have they done that in just 3 games?
We had 2 starters out that game, right? Did we have 2 starters out that game? I think we did. But, yes, yeah, and because, again, the Avalanche brought them together. The only thing that brings about change is a crisis. That was a crisis. They came together. They talk about a meeting. I'm telling you, the only thing that brings about change is a crisis. You can have a meeting with no crisis and you're wasting time. But you have that, and they got together, and I'm telling you, 2 of my assistants were in the meeting and just said they got emotional. The assistants did. Because part of it was, we're not doing this anymore, and if you do, I'm going to be the one to say it. Coach won't have to. And they said some things to each other and made each other talk. It's like they're mature. Here they are. Really smart kids, too. Really intelligent. And sometimes when you're that smart, you overthink things and you think too much. But like I said, they knew I believed in them. And at Tennessee, I told them, if I have to drag you over hot coals to get you where you're supposed to go, we're breaking through. So you can do it, or I'm dragging you. But we're going to do this. And I'll be honest with you, as a coach, it's way easier when they drag me. It's way easier. The other one, it just beats you down. Yes.
Cal, you mentioned how you had to adjust the lineup with Oscar's foul trouble. At this point in the season,
I think he got a call fouled on him 15 seconds into the game. National Player of the Year. But go ahead.
At this point in the season, how comfortable are you with finding out the lineups, the rotations, just even like a team on the floor that you're comfortable with?
I'm having fun. I'm telling them in huddles. Isn't this great? And are you enjoying this? Quit looking at the score. Just play. If you have plays to make them. I believe in you. Now, I'm going to come back to, people talk about how to do this, how to do that. You better understand, if you're a coach, you understand the mental part of this is as big as all the other stuff. And so making sure that they continue to believe in each other and themselves, yet holding them accountable. I'm not accepting something that's lack of effort, not taking a charge, not diving on the ball, making a crazy play when you have a teammate wide open. I'm not settling for that. But everything else, I'm good with this group. I'm good with them. Yes.
Cal, your team shot today 32 3-pointers. That's the most one of your teams has taken in more than 11 years. I mean, were you okay with that?
Another of my teams took more?
Chattanooga in 2011, 33, and ETSU 33, Arkansas 33. But these were all 11, 12 years ago games. So I'm just saying,
how many did we make? Chattanooga, throw them out. And even though they're really good, I have a feeling we made a lot in that game. Give me the other ones.
Man, you really put me on the spot.
Go ahead. What were they?
I'm trying to find.
Come on now. What are you doing?
Oh man.
You want to throw numbers out?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. 15. You made 15 against East Tennessee State.
I'm not.
Okay.
Go Arkansas. You said we took 33.
It's not even on the. It's not even on the
Yeah,
board.
because it didn't go past 4. 10 out of 33? Did we win the game? I'm guessing we didn't.
East Tennessee State game was NCAA tournament. We were 15 to 30.
Oh, Bledsoe went nuts that game. Yeah. I wish you'd have gone nuts in the West Virginia game.
Arkansas game by 31.
What's that?
Won the Arkansas game by 31.
Yeah, well, we should be shooting more threes.
So I guess my question was, were you okay with this many attempts today, or did you think many of them
I
were
just
forced?
thought, you watched the game. Were they open? Yeah. Some of them we missed. Did you go, how in the world did he miss that? Because they're not machines and they're not robots. And there's sometimes they miss 2. It's like the next guy misses, and it's contagious. But the other side of it is we had the courage to keep shooting. CJ, Antonio, they had the courage to keep shooting. How about Chris's 2? How about Kaysen's 0 for 4? He's 0 for 7 at halftime. 0 for 7, 0 for 4 from the 3. But he came back and banged that one at the top, which was a big play. You know, these kids are believing in each other and in themselves. We did something different today. In my past life, on weekend games, I always put my team in a hotel. And I did that because all I was trying to do is get them together more. I wanted 2 in a hotel room, not 1 in their own room. And as the season went on and we had what everybody used to call Camp Cal, every weekend game and weekday game, if there's no class, we stayed in a hotel, had dinner together, had breakfast together, did everything, wanting them to be with us. I did it last night. And you say, why'd you do it? I don't know. Something popped in my head and said, why don't we stay at the Hyatt? We have never shot in Rupp Arena prior to a game since I've been here. Now, Jimmy Dykes said Coach Sutton did it every game. They shot in that building. We have never done it where we did it this time. And then we start off and can't make a shot. But the whole idea was weekend games, why not? Why not? Why not be together? Why not have a meal together? Why not go walk through together? Why not have a breakfast together? Why not walk to a shoot around together? It's something that I've done with different teams. I just never did it here. But going forward, I think it's something that we'll probably do because this team is getting closer and closer and closer. Yes.
Yes. Cal, you talk about guys blocking out the shooting stats. Don't worry about your shot falling.
We also collected their phones and all their stuff, iPads, everything. We collected all of it. And then they woke up in the morning. Where's my phone? My phone. Go ahead.
You mentioned the shooting stats for players who block that out. Ignore it. Kaysen's 4 for 13 today, but he has that offensive rebound off the free throw miss.
Big play.
Gets it to Reeves.
Turned it over late, just threw it to the right. What are you doing? Why would you do that? But go ahead.
Gets the ball to Reeves. He hits the 3. Seemed like a big momentum.
It was. And that's why we put him on the foul line, because he's a beast. He is. And he's playing point guard for the first time in his life. Now, I want to tell you, I've played off guards at point many times in my career. You just got to play a little different. The reason I like Severe, the game's faster, and we need to get something up and down. I love having him in. I love having, did you see the assist he threw where he got in the lane and he threw it to Antonio? I love that. He also mixes it up. But I've also played with off guards at point. They're different. But in most cases, it gives you one more scorer on the court.